Well, folks, I've been playing around with the resonant speakers, put them into this little box. I did have another compartment here, I took it off. And it's got a plywood box, bottom, and play mat to try and just keep them in place. And not very good at playing music, but it's great for a motorcycle sound to be pumped into it. And I tested it out with a Bluetooth module, as loud as it would go. It's about 15 watts or so, quite loud. And I've been down the paths around my estate and people were noticing it and having a bit of a giggle. I even went into Abbey Auto Electrics and asked him if he could have a look at the tappets, and he told me to fuck off. And we had a bit of a laugh about this, and he says, why didn't you build one with make it sound like a V8? I said, give us a chance, mate. Just getting it to sound like a fucking aircraft at the minute. So the net result is I can't use a Bluetooth module. We need to send our own. This is for a motorcycle sound effect generator, and we need this to be even louder than it has been. This is an old, like 10 or 20 watt guitar amplifier. I don't know what kind of state it is, because the previous owner used silver foil to get it going. I've robbed it for bits all over. I presume it does still work. This is a TDA 2040. It's something like 18 watt capable. 18 to 20, more than enough. These are 25s. So you can easily drive those and comfortably. So it's got a big heat sink on. It's meant to be driven up to 18 watts or 20, whatever. I'm going to take all of this off, cut the heat sink down here, take this edge off. Kind of sort of a smaller heat sink, and can add extra metal if we need extra dissipation. And I'll relocate this arrangement onto a proto board and start building the circuit, because we've got a little preamp, you've got your tone controls, and something like that would be like a high, low, and then out. It was a very basic amp, in, out, and 3 controls, but looks of it, the switch. That was about it. So, but that's capable of running them, so I'm going to extract the components out and transfer them onto another circuit board, because this is just too big. I'll be able to get it down to a real small size, albeit for the heatsink. Something like that kind of size board. Get it down to that. And make a dedicated amp, and with screw terminal outputs, all of that sort of thing, like these have. I've got loads of those. So I make a proper little portable amp, and it only runs, these things run on 12 volts. You've got a power supply, yeah, but it drops it down to whatever voltage is needed. These run quite, I think it's 6 volt lowest, and 28 or something stupid higher, 36. Shifting a lot of power. So I can easily run it on a 12 volt battery. It won't achieve its full power, so you could have a smaller heat sink anyway. Yes, and it's only going to drive one speaker, not both. I'm going to probably lop off the other compartment. All sorts of ideas. I've also got this proper speaker for that, another big speakers that can drive, more bassy. There's a bit of higher notes. Put a bass speaker on it as well with a crossover network. It's easy implemented. So yeah, that's tonight for me, taking this apart and rebuilding it onto a custom board.